Mr. Harrison is embarrassing. Chapter 4 on the Fritz. We marched back to our class in a single file. I was the line leader. Mr. Granite couldn't go back to our math lesson because we had to clean up the room for elementary. He gave each of us a rag and a spray bottle filled with water. Andrea started singing the cleanup song. Clean up, everybody everywhere. Clean up, everybody do your share. Except that me and the guys changed the last line to even in your underwear. It was hilarious. Anything to do with underwear is hilarious. Andrea thinks cleaning is fun. What is her problem? Cleaning isn't fun. Getting dirty is fun. That's the first rule of being a kid. But we did want everything to be perfect for when Miss Mentry and the news reporter showed up. I was cleaning off the computer table in our corner when I noticed that the screen was filled with a bunch of strange numbers and letters that made no sense at all. Mr. Granite, the computer is on the Fritz, I said. Maybe I can fix it, said Andrea. I take a computer class after school. Andrea takes classes in everything after school. If they gave a class in how to take classes, she would take the class so she could get better at taking class. As turned out, Andrea couldn't fix the computer. Mr. Granite had to call Mr. Harrison on the intercom. He came running in a few minutes later. Your computer is on the Fritz? Mr. Harrison asked. It was working fine yesterday, Mr. Granite told him. Can you get it off the Fritz? I asked. Mr. Harrison removed the back of the computer and started poking around at the insides with a screwdriver. I see what's going on here, he said. Your external parallel processor can't access enough gigaflops to bitmap the binary protocol. Blah, 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 blah. All we need to do is upload a new firewall so the network can reboot your motherboard and maximize the serial bandwidth. Blah, 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 blah. Mr. Harrison talks funny. Nobody had any idea what he was saying. But in a minute or two, the computer was working fine. Hip, hip, hooray! I cheered. The computer is off the Fritz. While you're here, said Mr. Granite, our smartboard went on the Fritz yesterday. Yeah, I said, that thing is busted. It should be called the dumb board. Can you fix it? Asked Mr. Granite. No problem, said Mr. Harrison. I just need to debug the analog Bluetooth vector. Blah, 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 blah. Nobody had any idea what he was talking about, but of course, a few seconds later, the smartboard was off the Fritz. Mr. Harrison can fix anything. Computers, laser printers, scanners, intercoms, microphones, even pencil sharpeners and coffee machines. And there's plenty of old broken down stuff to fix at our school. That's the thing about a 50-year-old school. Everything is always on the Fritz and falling apart. One time, a piece of plaster fell off the ceiling in the hallway and hit Emily in the head. It was a real Kodak moment. We need to have a tech guy all the time just to fix stuff that breaks. Hip hip hooray, we all yelled when Mr. Harrison turned on the smartboard. I'm just doing my job, he said. When I see something that's broken, I want to fix it. Can you fix Andrea's brain, I asked, because it's broken. Oh, snap, said Ryan. Andrea was going to say something mean to me, but she couldn't because there was an announcement over the loudspeaker. Mr. Harrison, please report to the office. The copy machine is on the Fritz again. Mr. Harrison sighed. I just fixed that old thing yesterday, he told us. It's worn out. I don't think I can fix it again. I'll just have to build a new copy machine like the old one. So are you going to make a copy of the copy machine, I asked? That's right. That's so weird.